I'm with a brand new Toyota Camry 2025 model, and in this video we will do the test drive. Why I'm not starting the video from outside is because it's super cold and it's windy, and because it's super windy the microphone from the camera probably will be disrupted or something like that. So I decide to start inside, but I will add some extra exterior images with the car so you can see how the car look from the exterior, which car we are driving today. I have with me the top of the range version. It comes also with 18-inch rims, ventilated brake disc on the front, normal brake disc on the rear. Nice design. I really like this new Camry because it has a much more sleeker, much more aggressive, sporty design. Front and rear look really nice. Also some assembly from Toyota M86 GR86. It looks really good. Anyway, I will start the engine from here, the power, the system basically, because we have a full hybrid system here. Is the only system that came in some country in Europe. From what I understand, some country offer also all-wheel drive, but I have with me the front-wheel drive 230 full hybrid. Also, by the way guys, if you are in Romania and Bucharest, if you want to see the car, test drive the car, buy the car, definitely check out Toyota Bucharest South. They are super nice. They will help you with everything. Plus, from 2025, also in Romania, Toyota will offer you 10 years warranty or 200,000 kilometers, which is just incredible warranty. That says a lot about the trust that Toyota have in this car, and not only in this car, in Toyota in general on their cars. So when one manufacturer offers such an extended warranty, it means that they trust that the cars are really reliable. And I believe that from my point of view, Toyota cars are one of the most reliable car manufacturer in the world, and we all know that some cars reach 1 million kilometers without any problem and so on. Let me put the seat belt. I will give you the technical data of the car that I have with me. Also, I have a separate video, full review. If you want to see it, definitely check it out. In this video we will focus on driving. We will drive the car and I will give you all the feedback, and also I will show you some features before we start driving. The interior look phenomenal with those white leather seats. They are perforated, heated seats, ventilated seats. So you have here the button. I already turned on the heating on the seats. Heated steering wheel, you can activate it from here. It has also a function on auto function. You can put it on auto and the car will know when to turn on and turn off. I will turn it also off now, but the interior look phenomenal. It comes also with this mirror, which have also a camera. Even though you have a good visibility in the back, it's a big mirror, nice tiny edges, and also in the back you have that squarish window, which is more than enough to see, but you still have a camera which you can also configure it from here. Pretty good camera. I saw that also in the night time you have a good visibility. Steering wheel, it's adjustable, electric, up, down, forward, backward, which is great. Physical button here for cruise control, autopilot. We will test it in this video. Here are controllers also for the digital screen. Now it comes the same as the other new Toyotas with a fully digital screen from where you can customize and choose different information, which is really good. Head-up display directly on the windshield. I really like that. It's very nice integrated. It's simple but nice integrated there, and good resolution, good brightness. You can also turn it off extremely easy. It comes also from here. You have a button. If you press it, it activates the 360 degrees camera. It's kind of an egg which rotate. You know, it shows you what it's around the car, but it shows you in such a realistic way. I was crazy impressed. You can also pose it and stuff like that, which is really cool. If you press this button, you can see it also from interior of the car, what it's around the car, which again, pretty impressive from my point of view. But when you start driving and you press this button, the cameras will activate at low speed. Let me give you some technical data about the car and then we will start driving. So the version that I have with me is the top of the range version. The price around 46,762 euro, 18-inch wheels. Also it comes with two motors, one petrol engine 2.5 liter 4 cylinders inline 186 horsepower, and one electric motor 136 horsepower. Together produce 230 horsepower. It's a front wheel drive system combined with an automatic transmission, ECVT. We will talk about that later. 7.2 seconds 0 to 100. The top speed 180 km per hour. Consumption around 4.9 liter. We will test it in this video so we can see what kind of consumption we can get in cold weather. We will go on the highway highway, also in the city. I'm really curious because I think this might be one of the most efficient car which you can get in this class. Also the fuel tank capacity 50 liters, ground clearance 13.5 centimeters, stay pretty low, weight 1570 kilograms. It comes with independent McPherson suspension with shock absorber, and on the rear we have independent double wishbone. Also turning circle 11.4 meter, and the battery capacity, it's a 1 kilowatt hour battery. So guys, those are the most important information and technical data. I will stop the heater on the seats. I will put it on eco level 1, 22 degrees, the climatic system. From here we have, I like very much that we have a lot of physical buttons, so you can change every single feature with physical button. You have the EV mode, that means as long as you have enough battery, and we have almost a full battery, 90% battery, you can press EV mode and the car will stay in electric mode. It will drive only in electric mode. Auto hold function is here. You can activate, deactivate electronic handbrake, and you have three different driving modes: eco, normal mode, and sport mode. So we will test all of them, but it's great that it's easy to use. Here you have the gear selector, you have some USB-C there, and here I already show you the traction control and the brightness and so on. You can put it in reverse, very simple, press the button, put it in reverse, and when you put it in reverse you activate the parking sensors. The resolution of the camera is great, and I love the fact that I have this bird eye view from above, which helped me park very easy. Plus you have those lines that help you guide you park, which is great. If you go in drive, this is the normal drive, but you can go in S mode, in sport mode, and then you can change the gears up and down automatically. Again, super easy, super convenient. We will drive in eco mode. What I want to do before we start driving, even though you can customize the cockpit, I have a separate video if you want to see how many options of customization you have. I reset the consumption, and now let's drive, guys. Put it in drive and press the acceleration. And of course, first you start in electric mode. The first impression is that it's like you're driving an electric car. It's crazy smooth and crazy silent. And also here you can see a nice graphic with what happened with energy in real time. It shows you when it used the electric motor. It shows you when it used the petrol engine. You can see right now the petrol engine, it's kicking in with a little bit of red there on the graphic. You can see that the petrol engine, it's working together with electric motor. So the car, because it's a full hybrid, the car, oh, let me turn off the navigation. The car will choose for you when to use the electric motor, when to use the petrol engine. So it's a system that works automatically. Also, another thing that I forget to do is I want to deactivate from here pretty quick. I have to be quick. Going here into the settings and go driver here. Okay, deactivate this, because if I have the camera, then we have here two sensors that read your face, and if you have the camera, it will warn you from time to time that you have to sit up and stuff like that. So anyway, I will leave it like that for a while. Like I said, the good thing is that we start with almost a full battery, and the car can choose and decide when to use the electric motor, when to use the petrol engine, and can work in combination together, can work separate, can charge the battery, the petrol engine. It has more combination, and but the most impressive thing, and from my point of view, I think Toyota make one of the best full hybrid systems on the market for years, and the system is extremely smooth because you have this eCVT transmission. Sometimes you can hear the engine revs a little bit higher when it's trying to charge the battery, or when you try to push it harder. Also, you can see the camera here has pretty good resolution. I really like it. I mean, it's pretty clear. The brightness, you can also adjust it down and up. This is cool, so you can see a little bit better. I really like the camera. Great grip on the steering wheel, great visibility on the digital screen. You have so many information on the screen there, huge amount of information, very useful. And this screen is also pretty big, so you have a good visibility. You can reach it out super easy. I wish to be a little bit tilted to the driver, you know, let's say until here, 1-2 centimeters. That would be just incredible. That would be perfect. But anyway, you can see you start with electric motor and you start super quick. I like that. It has that quick response when you press the acceleration. The pedals feel great quality. Visibility, it's amazing around the windows. On the mirrors as well, very good visibility. I have a great position here. Plus the seats are super bright. I have plenty of space here. I have the comfort. It's super good. So nothing to complain regarding the comfort, regarding the visibility. I think Toyota anyway make one of the best seats on the market. So they are great also for long roads. Plus the armrest, it's perfectly positioned, everything, buttons, it's in the right place, plenty of soft material on the armrest. Another thing, it's a full hybrid, and as we get used with other car manufacturers where you have on full hybrid the options to change the different level of recuperation, here you don't have that. You don't have a button or a pedal to change the different level of recuperation. If you want to recuperate, you have to press the brake. The only time when the car recuperates is when you go downhill, when you release the acceleration, but just a small amount of recuperation. But mainly when you press the brake, then it will recuperate the energy back into the battery. And also use the physical brake when you press it a little bit harder, and I will show you that a little bit later. The thing is that it's very smooth. It's extremely smooth process. Now let me go on this lane and I want to activate autopilot. I want to show you how the autopilot works. From here you activate from those physical buttons. You go to AT, but the cool part is that the car will read the traffic speed limit sign, read the car in front, the lanes, and it will keep you between the lanes, will accelerate, will brake, will keep the distance. And I tested also on other new Toyota cars and also on this one yesterday, and it works very good. It warns you from time to time to put your hands on the steering wheel, but I wanna have my hands here to show you how it works, and you can see it's doing really well, very well. So I see that Toyota really improved those autopilot system, even though this new Camry come with a lot of safety features, much more safety features than the previous version, which is great. And you can see it stays perfectly between the lanes. As long as you have those lanes visible, the car is doing an amazing job. You can see it sees the car in front as well. You can choose from here the distance between you and the car in front. It's really good, and you feel like you can trust it because it didn't bounce around or something like that. It's really stays straight on the position, which is amazing. Now driving at 100, because today it's very windy outside, it's crazy windy, it's super hard to make an idea about the sound insulation at high speeds. But luckily yesterday I drive the car and wasn't windy, it was sunny, it was nice, and I tested, and the sound insulation seems to be very good. There is the blind spot light in the corner, so it comes with a lot of safety features. Again, you see it stays between the lanes. It's very windy today, but yesterday I tested and the sound insulation is extremely good. Those windows are a little bit thicker, so that's important. They made it really well. So yeah, nothing to complain about the sound insulation. And even though if you're cruising at 100 km/h, you don't even hear the petrol engine. It's stay at the lower RPMs, and it's doing lovely, you know. It's doing really lovely, and you can see right now it works together, combine the electric motor and the petrol engine. So you can see we use some battery as well, and in this way right now you have a nice smooth cruising speed. You can go, of course, even at higher speed. Let's go higher to 110, very easy from here. Right now I hear a little bit of wind from here coming because it's windy outside, but not too much. Surprisingly, not too much wind from outside, from the tires, not too much noise from the engine. It works pretty good. Wipers are pretty fine as well. Now I have to take the control, I press the brake, take the control, and you can see when you release the acceleration pedal, the car will recuperate a little bit amount of energy, you see, but it's not something extremely strong. It's just maybe 5%, something like that, from the total power of recuperation, if we can imagine like that. But again, right now when we go downhill, you see it's recuperate all the energy back into the battery. I don't use the brake right now, I'm just playing with the pedal, with the acceleration pedal. But at some point you can see it's not very strong, the recuperation. It is some amount of recuperation, but not super strong. And you can see in this moment I release the acceleration pedal and I manage to go around here. If you anticipate very well the traffic, you can manage to not use the brake as often. That's great because they will last longer, so you don't have to change it as often. It stays good in the curves, man. This car, it has such a nice feeling when you go around the corners. Even if you go a little bit faster or a little bit more sportier, dynamic, the cool part is that you sit very well on the seats, because it's kind of a limousine. It's low on the ground. It has that nice comfortable feeling, so if someone sleep in the car and you go a little bit more aggressive, you won't bother them too much because it has a very good stability. Now going around here, it's very easy. We can go in sport mode, super easy, just press a button. Once I'm going in sport mode right now, oh, wow, the car becomes so responsive. The acceleration pedal, it's much more sensitive, and the car immediately become a little bit more agile, if that makes sense. The steering wheel, although I feel like it's still pretty soft, it's not heavy, but it's nice. Wow, it's more direct. Whoa, it's so direct now. I didn't feel that on other cars, surprisingly. Wow, go to normal mode. How is now? Soft, it's soft. Go to eco. It's a little bit heavier. Wow, it's incredible. It has a little bit of delay in eco mode, but it's nice. I was liking it also in eco mode, but when you go in sport mode, it becomes much more direct. It's still soft, but it's much more direct to the wheels. It's much more sensitive, if that makes sense. It makes the car more dynamic. Acceleration. Whoa. Oh my god. Wow. The car is pulling very well. You probably heard a little bit the petrol engine revs, but not so hard. Wow, it's so good setup. It's pulling so good. In many other cars, many other full reviews, many other full hybrids that I test in the last period, it has some delay, at least when you try to accelerate at 100 km per hour, 110, 120, it has some delay. You press the acceleration, you wait a little bit, and then it's changing. No, here, look at this. Much less delay, much better. Wow, it's incredible. It sits so well. Even at high speeds, the car has such a good stability on the road. It's incredible. Wow, I didn't expect that. And it's pretty quick. Even now at those kind of highway speeds, you still have power. I feel like I still have power to go right now in this moment. And the sound insulation, because the wind it's hitting from behind right now, even though it's windy, it's cold. Look at this. Whoa, it's so good. It's so good. Sound insulation, stability, it's insanely good. I told you that from the beginning, also in the curves, also at high speeds. The wheelbase help a little bit as well. Wow, the Toyota really know how to make those cars in a fantastic way. Man, this is a great car. The brakes, oh yeah, by the way, look at this. The brakes are also incredible, and what is incredible with the brakes is the fact that when you press the brake, the transition between physical brakes and regenerative brake, or regenerative brake to physical brakes, it's insanely smooth, and that I knew from the previous models. Look at this. Man, you don't know when you You don't know when you use the physical brakes or you use the regenerative brake. It's crazy good. Wow, great job Toyota. Man, I love those cars. I mean, if you're a person that wanna have a very reliable car with good efficiency, we will see the consumption. Now we go in the city. Let's go back to Eco. I think this Camry, it's a phenomenal limousine family sedan car which you can buy these days with a lot of space and super fun to drive. Wow, I like it so much now. To be honest, I definitely like it. We have 6.9 liter consumption. Whoa, and we drive quite fast on the highway, and it's windy and it's cold, and we still have 80% battery. Whoa, that's efficiency. That's efficiency. Probably one of the most efficient full hybrid on the highway at high speeds that I test in the last period of time. That says a lot about what kind of cars Toyota do. Now, surprisingly, is that the Eco mode, it feels the steering a little bit more stiffer than it is in normal mode, and it has progressive steering, automatic progressive steering. That's why it feels like that. But I feel like the normal mode, it's more like a comfort mode. It feels like the steering seems to be a little bit more softer, but in the same time it gives you also more quicker response to acceleration. So yeah, I will use the Eco mode like in other cars in the city. Otherwise it's great. Now, over the bumps is doing really well. I was also surprised to see that, because it has the independent wheels and stuff like that. It has really good suspensions. I was so surprised, and I said in my test drive video in the nighttime, I said like, man, it's almost close to an air suspensions. This is my impression, you know. This is my impression from what I test. They're really good. They're really comfortable. Going over the bumps, it feels super good. From my test, it's great. Now, the cool part is that on the left side, where you have the consumption, you can go down like that, and you can see right now in this moment we have some graphic there that show us how economical did I drive until now. So you can see that Eco score, it's 83. Now look at this, over the bumps, it's so soft. Didn't feel that heaviness like you feel in other cars. You feel a little bit stiffer. No, here it goes really smooth over the bumps. And not only now, but yesterday I also tested a lot, and I noticed that it's crazy good. 84 Eco score, that's great. And it's great that gives you this Eco score, because it teaches you somehow to drive more economical. I think we will win a little bit more now when we go in the city, and I want to drive a little bit in the city, because here we can make an idea. We can make a good mix between city and highway, and that's really important. And it's good to have a little bit of traffic, because in this way we can see the real numbers, right? So outside, yeah, it was rainy, a little bit dirty, plus cold, windy, so the perfect conditions to test. Not too much traffic probably today, not too heavy traffic. We'll have some traffic, but not heavy. But it's pretty good for our test. And it has a lot of safety features. You can see right now it shows you that the car comes from the left, so I didn't see this safety feature on other cars. So if you drive in front or with rear, and by the way, going on roundabouts, you can go super easy, no problem around here. So great visibility, also easy to go around. Check this out, this is big, and it's so soft. Man, sometimes I have the illusion that it is like air suspensions. I don't know why. It feels really good. I know it has McPherson independent suspension, shock absorber on the front, which I think it has a little bit of quality. That says a lot about the quality that they do on the car. No wonder why so many people are in love with this car. This car was one of the most sold car in the world. Yeah, not only in Europe. I'm not talking about Europe, I'm talking about the whole world. And I saw so many people use this Camry as a taxi or Uber or wherever transportation shutter. I think it's a fantastic car for those kind of stuff. Not only that, it's incredible reliable and you have a super extended warranty, but I think this might be one of the best deal you can get. And also it's a pretty good price, under 50,000. All this technology, all this warranty, it says a lot about the car. Again, over those bumps, let's test it out. Look at this, so easy, it goes so easy. And I win some score, 91% or 91, now it goes to 90, 88 because I accelerate a little bit more stronger. Now we go uphill here, but overall, man, I think it's such a good car. I can't stop this video because I like it so much. I feel so comfortable, I feel so good inside the car. It's super silent, it's nice, and I feel like also the transmission, the CVT, this is eCVT, it's a special transmission for a full hybrid. It's much more improved than before. It's much more silent. It's sometimes you hear it, but not so loud, didn't bother you too much. The response, it's really linear. Transition between those systems are very good. So overall, I think they did a phenomenal job with the car. Let's see the consumption. I have 84 eco scoring, economy here 6.4 liter. I think it's great. Climatic system, it's on 22 degrees inside. I feel good temperature inside. I warm it up a little bit in the beginning. I just leave it like that, it start like that, but I have the heated seats and heated steering wheel on, then I turn it off when we start driving and we reset that. But it's impressive. And let's don't forget, the car have 4,622 kilometer. That mean after 10,000 the petrol engine tend to have a better consumption. So yeah, we can expect even lower numbers, but still, from my point of view, the way we drive on the highway, 130 and even more, and yeah, it's good, and there are a few things that I definitely I'm impressed. I don't know, I like so much the car. You know, I said that also in my test drive video in the nighttime. Toyota cars sometimes tend to be boring, you know, because they are so good that they are boring. They are so good cars, and the design, was pretty classic, because now they kind of changed the design, and I think it looks much better right now than the previous version. It looks much more sleeker, much more attractive. Also, the interior was kind of boring and was a little bit behind with the cockpit and so on, and multimedia, but now it comes with this new multimedia system, new cockpit, and now the car, it feels more attractive, more modern, and it has a phenomenal system. Look how windy it's outside, look at the flags. And from my point of view, it's really hard to compete with this car in this class, and also in this price range. Wow, it's so surprisingly good. You have the impression sometimes that the car have air suspensions. I don't know why it feels like that. Some amount of feeling, it's like that. It's crazy good. Now, I guess that was our trip, guys. I think if you drive the car economical, if you try to drive super economical, you can get some phenomenal numbers in terms of consumption, and probably I will do that. I will try to do a video where I do the consumption test, but consumption test only on eco mode, going through the city, a little bit on the highway, and going to look how smooth you go around here. And with this suspension, it's like you feel like in a limousine. It's a proper limousine. And let's try to park around here. Brakes. going in reverse. And I love the cameras. Look at the cameras. Look at this system. You have the active lines, you have these super wide cameras, you have that mapping the ground around you so you know where you are located. You go in the front and then again going in the back, even though you have those cameras around you, or just like that, you have the cameras around you, and then boom, you can park extremely fast, extremely easy. And that's it. 6.3 liter consumption. But if you go to eco scoring, let's see what it says. Eco scoring, didn't show me anymore because I closed I stopped the engine in the beginning, I think. Not the engine, the system. But we arrive with 90% battery, the same as we leave, which is impressive again. And yeah, that's it. I guess that was the video, guys. Pretty impressive car. I drive it also yesterday, and I have to say it's much more refined, even though they use kind of the same platform, the same engine, but with different setup, much more efficient, much more quicker. And I feel like they set it up much better than before, so it feels much refined, if that makes sense. But in general, Toyota, great job. Love the car totally. I think it's one of that car that I recommend you today. If you're on the market for it and you don't know what to do, I say that go for it and don't wait, because it's a phenomenal car. Plus, by the way, if you are in Romania and Bucharest, from 2025 Toyota will offer you on all cars, including this Toyota Camry, 10 years warranty or 200,000 kilometers. The biggest warranty you can get these days, I think, from all the car manufacturers, which is a lot, and that says a lot about quality of this car. Amazing suspension, great stability at high speed, good efficiency, good sound insulation, great comfort on the seats, good technologies. I like it, definitely. Ergonomy is great, physical buttons. I hope the video was useful. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much to all of you that watching my videos, guys. Stay safe, don't miss out the full review with this car. I have a separate video, interior, exterior, technical data, multimedia, and so on. Definitely check out those videos as well. Stay close. Happy holidays. Wish you all the best in the new year. Probably this will be one of the last video in this year. Thank you again for being here with me, guys. That means a lot for me, so thank you. And I guess I see you soon in the next one. Bye, guys.